Top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
So first, I'm going to go with Tom Brady, of course.
Absolutely.
Second, I might go with Patrick Mahomes. Third, I'm kind of in between with Drew and Aaron right now.
Yeah.
But mostly I say Drew.
Yeah, I forget about Drew sometimes because they have been such a quiet team, but they're definitely on the come up. Definitely playoff contenders this year, for sure. The first year I would definitely have to agree with.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is only going to get better from here, and Tom Brady is pretty much invincible at this point.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Welcome to LUTV Sports Extra. I'm Sara Scott, along with Arthur Harmon, and we're here to discuss everything extra in the sports world.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some football?
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I've been waiting for this moment since the end of the Super Bowl. The preseason is here. Football is coming, and players are holding out for various reasons, like money.
Trying to make that funny money.
Dallas Cowboys running back and two-time NFL rushing champion Ezekiel Elliott is not coming to play anytime soon. Elliott's looking for more dollars, but the Joneses, Jerry and Steven, are not keeping up with Zeke's paper chase. Jerry feels that you don't need an all-pro caliber running back to win a title. Arthur, is Father Jones right, and has the importance of the running back in the NFL changed?
Well, I'm going to have to go with no. It hasn't changed. And I disagree with Jerry saying that. And I think anybody else says that, I probably agree. But with Jerry saying that, the only time you have won a Super Bowl is with a leading rusher in the NFL, and Emmitt Smith.
Yes.
And so when he says that, it's like he's being cocky at the same time and not trying to make it look like, I guess, not trying to look desperate.
Right.
If you could probably say that. Yes. But in the NFL, I don't think you really necessarily need that. And I think he was cocky too because that offensive line is pretty much the best offensive line in the NFL and has been pretty much a long time. So I guess he's saying, hey, we can put whoever back there and we're gonna rush. But the thing is, whoever's back there is not Ezekiel Elliott.
Right.
So
still the rushing leader in the
NFL when he's played, except for the second season when he was going through all of that. But every year he's played a full season, he's been the best running back.
Absolutely.
Always, consistently. And I feel like even though Dak has lived up to what he was supposed to be and even more, basically, but he's not always consistent.
Yeah, he's still not Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes or Drew Brees or anything like that. Absolutely.
So I think, and I think with Dak's situation, he just really doesn't have that confidence yet. And once he gets that confidence, I'm pretty sure he'll be the next upcoming quarterback behind Patrick.
Yes, and he only has Amari Cooper other than Ezekiel Elliott, So that's a lot of pressure on a quarterback when you only have one person that you can depend on, for sure. I understand where he's coming from a business standpoint.
Right.
I understand that. But, when you have arguably the best running back in the league, you should pay him. Mm-hmm. And then, you look at Le'Veon Bell, right? So, he sat out all season, didn't play for the Steelers. They didn't do anything whatsoever. And then he went to another team, got paid, and can potentially be successful there. So, that's where I'm at. If he does hold out, he's Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to get paid somewhere else. He's going to be used somewhere else. So why not take advantage of the fact that you have the best running back in the league and just pay him?
And since you said that, that makes perfect sense. All right, so everybody watched that situation last year with Le'Veon holding out. Pittsburgh, I guess they've been being cocky, saying, hey, we can do it without you. They didn't even go to the playoffs.
Yes, and they have absolutely fallen apart since then.
Since basically has lost Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown within a year.
Yes.
And so now you're going to basically do the same thing, which you could say Dak and – I kind of feel like it's disrespectful to compare Dak and Ben, but it's kind of the same.
But history repeats itself.
Exactly, and it's basically if they don't pay him, it's about to be the same thing because –
because he's going to get paid somewhere else.
Somewhere.
And they're probably going to have to play him.
And why draft him at the fourth pick?
Yes, exactly.
And not
if a running back's not important, why draft them in your first round?
And he's lived up to what what they expected of him. So now you return the favor by gifting him with that money.
I agree completely. He should be getting paid like he's the best running back in the league, not like what is he getting paid 10th in the league or something like that.
He's on his rookie deal still. So but now he's what he has done, and now
he's fulfilled his end of the bargain. Yeah. And so now it's their turn to do theirs.
It's time to return the favor, really.
Absolutely.
And Dak and Amari are also trying to get, but they're there, and I feel like Dak doesn't necessarily need a lot of money.
Yes.
But
But they've already promised to pay him. They already
Yeah.
said that they were going to take care of him.
So,
So
you got to take care of your running back
yes,
who's been
absolutely.
taking on that load. And like they're about to repeat themselves. They're not gonna make, and somehow the Cowboys are always gonna be the talk, no matter if they're 0-16 or 16-0.
America's team.
Yeah, so that's really how it's gonna go. So I hate that they don't want to play them, and I like what players are doing now. They're holding out.
Yes.
They're letting
Taking
these
a
teams,
stand.
taking a stand, not just trying to be like, take these, give me contracts and just take the money,
Yeah.
So, and how everything's been going in the NFL. And I feel like more players, even in the NBA,
Yeah.
which
absolutely.
the NBA players have did a great job with, saying, hey, I want this, and they're giving it to them. And I feel like people in the NFL now, like players like Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Thomas actually just
got paid. So,
but I feel like, they know he's actually lived up to what he was supposed to be, and
just
they
like
paid him.
Ezekiel Elliott has. Like, I don't really understand why there's a difference, but absolutely.
And it might be on the other side of business that Zeke always kind of like off the field issues.
Yeah, got a little bit of stuff in the
going
news,
on.
a little bit.
I don't really think they've been too serious, but I feel like he's kind of been consistent on it, and one day he might just actually do something that's really like not career ending, but some really troublemaking, and they're like gonna regret giving him that money. But at the same time, man, Zeke gotta grow.
Yeah. So let's talk about that for a second. Also, like, one of the biggest arguments with this also is that when you pay running backs, they're more likely to be injured. They don't last as long. So how do you feel about that?
Ooh, that is actually a great point.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't think about that, but
I still think that when they're playing, they still deserve to get paid. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe shorter contracts, maybe not such long contracts and stuff like that. And so, like, I understand, like, that side of it more, but, like, Ezekiel Elliott hasn't had any trouble with injuries or anything like that.
Really.
He is young. He's 24.
I believe so.
24.
He's young, though. He's definitely young.
So, like, he hasn't had any trouble with that, yes. But, that's something that I do understand taking into an account. But, like, that's not Jerry Jones's point at the same time. Like, your point is you don't need a good running back. So, like, if you're going to argue that side, understand that. But if you're going to argue you don't need a running back when your running back is the best in the league, that's a whole other thing, Jerry Jones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's a lot of ways he could go. He could get hurt, but he hasn't been injury prone. So I just think they didn't give him the money. But at the same time, like I said earlier, I think they're not giving him the money maybe because of the off the field issues as well. But Jerry Jones going out there and saying, hey, you don't need an all-pro caliber. Like, you got to – I don't think he remembers about who his running back was.
Right.
It's been a long time since he won the Super Bowl.
You definitely haven't seen anything.
I think he's totally forgot, like, Emmitt Smith was definitely the leading rusher. And now you're just going out there and talking about we don't need an all-pro.
Right.
Which you definitely do. Shout out to those guys carrying the load, the offensive line, the Dallas line. Y'all do a great job.
Thank you for tuning in to LUTV Sports Extra. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to keep up with everything extra in the world of sports. We'll see you next time. So do we just...
What about the Browns?
They are going to be so good. Like, I will be so disappointed if they aren't. Like, I'm so excited for them.